Going back into the Keeper Mines. This is the longest lost streak I've ever had until we actually succeed in doing this, and then it becomes the second longest because all that's after this is the lost. There's a vote going on in chat. People are betting. Who bet 163,000? Was that on no? That better be on no. Wait, Willie is on yes. How much did you put on yes? It's not on one run, incidentally, it's in one video. Or one Isaac section, I guess. I guess that's the other stipulation, it should be known. Has to be the Keeper, it has to be this session. Although I didn't make the boat, Valnar did, so if he wants to make it specifically just this run, he can do that. If you made it with just one run in mind, then that's fair enough. I leave it to his discretion. I know what I said. Would you have voted yes if you'd known it was potentially multiple runs in like an hour and a half? At most. I'd still bet on no and be fairly safe. You put up 143,000 on yes because you have faith. You are a fool. I mean, you are also brave, so it fits your name. But you are a fuel. Although we haven't seen the first item. Is there two item rooms? No, not a double floor. Haven't seen the first item room yet, so maybe it's a bit harsh to judge yet. We should see my first item. And then if it isn't one of the 30% of items in the item pool that do literally nothing for the Keeper, we might have a chance. Also, 30% is very generous. It's probably like... Let's see, like, none of the HP ups do anything. Half of the damage ups carry a tears down to the point where it's unplayable. It's probably like 60-something% of the items do nothing for the Keeper or make him worse. Oh look. And there's 700 odd items. You put in 1k without knowing what's going on. Do you regret it? Do you have gambler's remorse? You went in on the bad option. Oh, hang on, no. Let's see what's in this room before I say it's the bad option. It's probably not going to be C-section. Oh, wow. It's Little Chubby, who does nothing for me because the hearts... Well, no, he might pay it with flies. Oh, the run is also invalidated, or the vote is also invalidated if I literally can't get to the out floors. That's the other stipulation we always have. You still have 150k. That is altogether too many channel points, so yeah. You know what? Redistributing the wealth, I'm fine with that. Maybe you shouldn't have that. That's fine. So I should mention I have Sora. Oh, yep, she hasn't snuck away. She's cowering next to me. I got a text reminder from the vet that she's due another vaccination at some point, so I should phone up and make an appointment, etc. So it's like, oh god, this is going to be annoying because she doesn't ever want to leave the house, which is like a mood. So I decided to make sure her harness still fit her because she put on a little bit of winter weight and whatnot, and when she saw me even pick it up, she ran up the stairs. I think she hid in her cage at first, but she's taken to hiding on my office chair. And she refused to come downstairs. When she did eventually follow me downstairs, which she often does, she always stayed by the living room door, and if I even moved near the harness, she would rush up the stairs as fast as she could. Eventually I tricked her. Oh look, an item that does nothing. And was able to get the harness on her. She didn't like it. She was on her back just kind of looking at me and whining. But then I opened the door and she ran upstairs with the harness on, so I was like, okay, that's fine. She'll get used to wearing a harness. I thought she was scared of the harness. She's not scared of the harness, she's scared of what it means. Because she knows that's the prelude to going outside. So I was like, okay, well maybe if she gets used to that, that's one hassle gone, because trying to get it on her when she's like rolling on her back and not wanting it on is just such a pain. But she wouldn't come downstairs at all with it on. Like, she literally would not come downstairs even when it was food time. She hasn't had her dinner as a result because she just will not come downstairs. So eventually I came upstairs, I took the harness off her and she was like, okay, that's good. She still won't go downstairs. So this is a new issue. Hopefully it will be resolved tomorrow. And she's been cowering next to me. Forget me now. That's interesting. But I can't take it because then I'd lose the coin I need. That's... I don't know if that would activate on this guy. Oh, I did, absolutely. I had one of her favourite treats. I had a cheese string because she loves cheese. I showed her a bit of it and offered her it before I put the harness on. After I put the harness on, I gave her it. I put it on the floor in front of her and was like, there you go, you earned this. She ignored it. I offered her another bit and she still ignored it. And she ran off and just refused to eat it. Treats don't work on her. Like, it's a strategy I've tried before. Tried offering her treats at the vet, tried offering her treats out a walk. She doesn't want them because she's too scared. So it's going to be an absolute pain in the ass. How long have I been in this keeper mine? I don't know, like a month? Maybe? I've lost count. I think this might be our 30th loss whenever I do lose. And it's usually, well, prior to Elden Ring it was at least 2 keeper runs, so usually more. So it's probably like almost a month. Oh, cart. It's been 84 years, yep, that's correct. So now usually when I start talking during a stream the dog would go through to the room, but I guess she's sulking and or scared and or sad. So now she's just sitting next to me. Yeah, the vote just ended. Yeah, I had 5 minutes. Actually, why not? Could say that's pretty good value. That's 15 cents worth of value for 7. The tackle distract. You had tackles? I do wish my dog was not agoraphobic, but she is, and it's very difficult to work around when I need to go to the vet with her. People also find it very hard to believe. Especially because she's a border collie who usually love the outdoors. Focusing. Usually this boss is just, oh, my run's over, but I'm doing okay this time. Despite base stats. Haha, he fart. Oh, all collies are known to be anxious, but that's not the same as literally refusing to leave the house. I mean, this does nothing as well, but at least we get a trinket that's okay, actually. Hey, I have stats for this room. Silly's one way to put it, yep. That's certainly true. She is very silly. I mean, I've said it many times before, I don't know if I made her that way or if she made me anxious as a result of her being that way. I think we complement each other in the worst possible way. So I don't know what we're going to do this time. Like, if I literally can't get the harness on her or she refuses to leave the house, I'll have to get my mother to pay a visit and like trick her into the car or something. Which I've never had to do yet, but I've come close. The last time she was due a vaccination, my mother offered. I was like, no, I'll just go early in the morning and I'll persist. And I did. And we didn't have to go in because that was just like peak lockdown. So the vet came outside because Sora refused to go in. She just got outside in the car park. But it worked. Can I not pick her up and carry her? I mean, I can, but it feels bad because she's terrified. Like, I did force her to go walks for quite some time, but I decided it was crueler than not taking her. She got exactly 0 enjoyment. She would just be terrified the whole way. I'd have to drag her or she'd pull and choke herself. And then members of the public would just like look at me and wonder what went wrong because they blame me. Which I also got sick of. But she's been that way since I got her. The first 3 times I took her a walk when she was old enough to go walks, I had to carry her the whole way because she refused to move. She's just not quite right, unfortunately. Although in most situations it doesn't matter. I work from home, so I give her 2 20-minute throwing toy sessions a day. If I really want to tire her out, I hoover because she goes absolutely nuts for the hoover. She runs herself ragged if I have that on. So she's getting exercise. But every so often it's just a problem if she ever needs to leave the house. I remember last time she was due her vaccination, I was like, okay, I don't want her to associate only leaving the house with going to the vet. So I'm going to put the harness on her, I'll take her to the top of the street, there's a nice bit of grass there, I'll walk around it, come back, 5 minutes, boom, done. I did it, but even that, it was just, she hated it. Never had a dog like her, nor has like any of my family with the family dogs I've been associated with. That's such a weird... Why did I say that so weird? I've been associated with the dogs my family has owned. Okay, let's go get the... Oh, actually no, we haven't had the item room. Let's do that first. Why am I moving so quickly? Did I get a speed up and not talk about it? Oh wait, no, I've got the stabs because my space priam is off. I've discussed all options with the vets. I tried every crackpot theory they had. Every herbal remedy, every whatever, none of them worked. Didn't pay out twice in a row. Type of drug that put the dog to sleep. You're talking about like tranquilizers to make the dog they wouldn't enjoy the walk. It's still the same problem. They might be more passive on the walk, but that's not the problem. The problem is she doesn't enjoy it and she's terrified of it. And I wish I knew why. Get inside that little head and work out, but to say, most of the time it doesn't matter that she's that way, it's just ever so often, like twice a year or whatever, however often, I think it's every 6 months dogs get vaccinated. Is it 6 or is it 4? I think it's 6. I've had her from a puppy, yeah. Well, she was like 9 weeks, which is a little older than when they can leave. But yeah. Alright, we've got the key piece, go to the boss. It's a shame because today I gave her a new toy. It's another one of Maya's old hand-me-downs, so I've got a bunch of them. I'm just giving them to Sora over time. Oh yeah, I'm not the loss anymore. So right now it's mostly in the is this food phase, which might last a while. But once she determines that it isn't food, I think it might be one of her favourites. Yeah, I'm not going to get a Xanax prescription for my dog. I also dislike this boss enough to get a free kill, essentially. And I imagine if that was an option in the UK, it would have been offered to me when I was trying the myriad of things that 3 or 4 different vets suggested. I tried every option they offered, including going to a dog behaviour therapist who didn't help at all. Not for lack of trying, to be fair to the lady, but made absolutely no difference. Has anything changed? Nope. She's always been this way. I would say over the course of COVID and whatnot, my anxiety of being outside has gotten worse, but it didn't make any difference to her, because obviously that's not things she can understand. I was still fine taking her walks back when she was a puppy. You know, part of irrational fears are that they're irrational, and dogs can have them too. Like being scared of the Hoover, it's irrational, it's just a Hoover. But to them it's some kind of like loud monster that sucks up all the dust around them and it freaks them the hell out. But anyway, we don't need to talk about that. There's nothing else to talk about regarding that really, it's just the way she is, and there's nothing else to do about it than try and persist. It was on my mind because that's what happened today. That's how the latter half of my day has been sort of hiding in my office on my chair, refusing to come downstairs because she's scared I'll force her to go walk. I mean, honestly, if it got bad enough, I might look into whether or not the vet could do a house call, but it's not that far away, and if I do get a lift over, it wouldn't be too bad. It's just annoying to have to do it. But I do have another story to tell from today, nothing to do with the day off. I accidentally did myself out of a £4.50 saving, which I know is not much of a story. But I'm Scottish, so it bothers me. Oh, why did it have to be you? Actually, this might help. So I had a voucher for a local shopping chain where if I spent £30, which is a lot more than I would normally spend nipping to the local store incidentally. But it was spend 30, get £4.50 off, so £15% saving essentially. So like, oh, that's a really good deal. So why don't I just pick up some stuff I usually pick up when I order from the supermarket, like Sora's foods, which can be quite expensive if you buy in bulk, and that kind of stuff. Okay, there's a penny up there. So I did my shopping, and I was keeping a tally as I was going in my head, kind of roughly how much I was spending. And then I also got, oh no, hang on. This is the hang on, let me just either die or beat this thing. I wanted that penny to, well, we're about to die, I think. Bad RNG there. Is this the last wave? We might win. Nope. Nope. Knew it was coming. Well, anyway, as I was saying, I also got £30 worth of electricity on my power card. And then I was just kind of packing stuff away, and it was awkward because I had all this heavy dog food and stuff, and I was just paying. And I wasn't really listening to the lady that served me when she said how much it was. And then right after I finished packing up the bags, paying, and walking out, I kind of replayed it in my head, and I was like, did she say that was $59.65? Keeping in mind £30 worth of power. And then I thought, oh no. And then I looked at the receipt and I was like, did I just do myself out of a £4.50 saving by 25p? And I did. I wasn't paying attention. I could have just bought something at the till and it would have saved me a bunch of money. That's what I get for rounding up one too many times as I was going. It's like 50p here, 50p there. Yeah, that's probably like, that's £4. So well, this is £1.75. I'll just call that £2 added on. I think that might be the most Scottish story I've ever told. Because I'm just annoyed that I didn't save money. It's not even that the stuff I got was expensive, it's just that I didn't save money. But hey, at least I stocked up on dog food and whatnot. It was on offer as is actually, so it wasn't too bad. That's the kind of stories you get during a pandemic with not much going on. Oh yeah, we are counting this run continuing with the vote, right? Pardon me. Would they have let you apply the... No, it's a one-time thing. They've got all those lovely like arm length T's and C's that has stuff like once usable only. Well, I mean, I think it's still attached to my card. What is this? Spore Shot? Egg Shot. Ugh. But I think it runs out at the end of this week and I have no plan on going back to the shops this week. What video game story did I have? I was looking into, well, because like you're done with Elden Ring for the most part. I know you're still playing it, and I'm still playing it, but the repetition is setting in to the point where I don't even want to play my alternative character because the tail end of the game drags and the repetition of bosses is getting a little annoying. So I was looking into whether Dying Light 2 is on offer. No, it's not. And then I looked into Shadow Warrior 3, which I haven't really been following the development of, and it's sitting on Mixed on Steam. It's like, oh, that's weird. Devolver and whatnot, they usually do good stuff. What's up with that? One, it's not co-op like Shadow Warrior 2 was, it's solo only. Two, it's not a Borderlands-like, which Shadow Warrior 2 was. It's more like Doom Eternal, which is a big turn-off immediately. Also, for a full-price game, it's apparently 4.5 hours long. And it's just arenas and then a few bosses. So I'm no longer interested in Shadow Warrior 3. And that was very disappointing because I liked the second one a lot. So that is unfortunate, but I mean Dying Light 2 is also almost on mixed reviews. I think it's on mostly positive. I think that still could be fun despite the glitches and everything, and it has co-op. Like, of all the things you wanted to copy, you had to copy Doom Eternal. An exceptionally bad game. Do you do anything for me? You do not. Bunch of flies. Yeah, exactly. Like Dying Light 1 is okay as a game, but it's more fun to just like dropkick zombies for the hell of it. And as far as I can tell, Dying Light 2 is the same. So I'm looking at a hay fever tablet at the same time. My spring allergies have been awful today. The sneezing all morning. Oh yeah, so I apologise in advance for the second Nemesis video where I'm sniffing a lot because I was sneezing in between every other take. Yeah, it incorporates the co-op really well. I kind of like the story to Dying Light 1. I know it's not much of a story, but I kind of liked it. I feel like it's quite replayable. Even if it is just your stereotypical like zombie stuff. I have no idea what the story in the second one is about, but it's more of the same, essentially. Moral choices that don't really matter. Ending Tron 5000, probably. And that kind of stuff. As long as you can drop kicks. Oh yeah, that's one thing people complain about. I remember like the skill trees are a lot less varied. Or there's less of them, something like that. As long as you can drop kick zombies, I'm fine. That's good enough for me. Now if the co-op has... Oh, Curse of the Tower, really? If the co-op has massive issues, then that's a big problem. I think that's bad? Yeah, that's bad. That is a bad item. You love Dying Light? Yeah, it's really good. Now, did they milk it a little bit too much, adding stuff to it over the years, including that disastrous Battle Royale side thing? Yes. But, you know, they had to do what they had to do to stay in profit. Can I blow that up? No. Oh, I should have been blowing up that poop though. Yeah, I feel like the skipping stone tiers ain't so good. Either is the fact that didn't pay out. Elden Ring just didn't know when to stop. The game is too large. It could have been just like a few areas condensed into one. Take out a few of the dragons, a few of the Crucible Knights, a few of the beasts. Umpteen tree beasts or whatever they're called. It would have been fine. Or add more. Or add more variety of enemies. You copied 95% of the game over from previous projects, so you've surely had time to make a couple more unique bosses. Yeah, the tree snakes are the worst. Both in terms of frequency and just how tedious they are to fight. Side note, I actually found one I missed. I did do a little bit of prepping on my stream character. I wasn't in the mood to play my other character, but in order to try and speed things up on my main one, I did some stuff I was meaning to do, so we could stay focused on like pushing towards the end. No, you don't see much as the keeper, Krampus. Does nothing. I'm just taking anything just so I have items for a change, even though that item will probably get me hit a couple of times. The grabby hand. Oh yeah, sorry, I'm taking the hay fever tablet. Yeah, those are absolutely awful. I don't know what they were thinking. I don't care about how they look, but how they are as a gameplay element. Just truly awful. Everything attaches. I read you saying abominations and for some reason thought of attaches. Maybe something Hulk related? I'm trying to think what made me my mind jump to that. There's just way too many things that just never stop attacking, and enemies just spazzing out and combat in general being too quick and less methodical is what made Dark Souls 3 bad. Because you don't have the toolset in Bloodborne to deal with it. And you still don't in Elden Ring, and it's still a problem. And the same flaws as the Soul games are in Elden Ring, and you notice them more and more as you fight the 17th version of the same boss 80 hours in. That now the only difference is they do a stats effect constantly, or they've got an element on their weapon, or they just do 3 times as much damage for no reason. So, you know, it's a far from perfect game. It's still very good. I still want to play it, because that's why we're playing it after this. But my god does it drag. They needed to know when enough was enough, and they clearly didn't. I was like, yeah, I'm pretty sure enemies are supposed to be in this room. I'm gonna leave that there in case I get hurt in the boss. Still a very good game, but I wouldn't blame someone for, like, if they did what I did with The Witcher 3. Witcher 3, fantastic game, also far too long. Eventually I just got sick of playing it. I was like, I've seen enough. It's a really good game, but I'm done with it. And didn't go back. I'll still tell people it's a very good game, it's just a little bit too long. Yeah, I never completed it either. I got to the point which felt like the ending and then it kept on going and I was like, nah, that's okay. I've seen quite enough. Why would taking a hay fever pill make my nose run? Aren't you supposed to stop it doing that? Yeah, and like as more time goes on, you forget what was even going on or what decisions you made. It's like, whatever, I'll just read the book at some point. Well, I did start reading the books, I got through the first 2. I've still got the others sitting for at some point. I'm going to assume that most people want me to move on from Elden Ring anyway, because it has not been the gangbuster game for my channel I'd hoped it would be. In fact, it's maybe a coincidence, but it seems to be the exact opposite. It's hard to tell because obviously with the price of everything going up, people are less likely to splurge on supporting streamers who are free entertainment. Soon all of you will be lamenting over not saving £4.50 on your shop. You'll see. You'll all see. No, Nightbringer, when you give bits when I finish saying just that, you're proving me wrong.
Oh.
But thank you for the bits. too many other people playing, yeah, that's always a problem as well, and not wanting to see spoilers if you want to play it for yourself and haven't got it yet. The Souls games in general are very watchable, or they tend to be. So I was kind of hoping for that, but problem is I don't really know what's going to take its place, other than like trying out occasional indie games. I guess Dying Light 2, but that has to go on offer. Shadow Warrior 3 is off the table, as previously mentioned. I think that Dead Estate game is on offer.
Oh!
I'm thinking Nightbringer again. That's kind of the £4.50. Thank you. For, I was going to say saving me the money. For making me feel less bad about not saving the money. What was this here for? To do that, I guess? One last secret room check. I think that would have got it, but I just want to double check just in case it bounced. Okay. I mean, I like co-op series more, as I kind of want to do Elden Ring co-op after finishing it solo, but I wanted my first experience of it to be solo because I was hoping to recapture what I loved so much about Bloodborne. Kind of have. Again, it's too long. But yeah, I kind of have recaptured that feeling of just enjoying exploring a world without the fear of invasion and stuff like that. And this is where someone says, but invasions don't work like they did before, you have to co-op. Yeah, I know. But I didn't know that going in. I can also do without seeing 400 messages that say possible dog. Therefore dog, etc. Although that is kind of funny. Yeah, apparently YouTube was offering people the first VOD of me and Valinar playing Escape Simulator. Because someone commented on it saying, oh hey, I remember you from years ago from 3 Ultimate, believe it or not. YouTube just randomly recommended this video to me and I wanted to check in. That's an interesting video for the algorithm to grab hold of, but I'll take it. It's try finger butthole for a million times. I do have to, I mean, I'm not done with Elden Ring yet, but I do have to ask, what is it that George R.R. Martin was paid to do? Because it's exactly the same as every other Souls game. The only difference is there's too many characters whose names sound the same. Did he do that? Because there's no male nudity. Background lore? What background lore? Someone bloody item descriptions again. It's the exact same shit. You're basically linking the fires, they just call it something else. It's just Dark Souls 1 again. He put his name on it. It didn't need the help to sell it though. That's the other weird thing. All it did was piss off the fans of his books that he was doing this instead of writing his books, right? It doesn't really help. Let's try gamble. It might be okay.
The Hermit.
Ooh, the sack head could be real good. No, I can't use the bomb. I'm likely to get more than enough if I blow up the donation machine. I did. Okay, good. We look like an abomination. Even publicity is publicity. True. He's also writing his sport blogs. Is that a joke? Isn't he a large gentleman? I guess competitive eating could be a sport. Is that what he does? I was under the impression he was not a fit man. And also like 80 or something. Writes about the Chicago Bears. Okay, this is where we play Guess the Sport. Chicago Bears. That's gotta be American football. Haha! It was correct. don't like the way his projectile farts look, because there's some solidity in there. He just judges others who can play. Ah, he's like every other critic, those who can't critique. Including myself. I'm making fun of myself. It's the next floor I needed 2 bombs for, but there's no guarantee I would get them, of course. What age is he? Like, he is quite old, right? Maybe not as old as I said just now, but I think he is quite old. Just waiting. He's 73! That is pretty damn old. Okay, well. If he's not finished the book soon, I would imagine they're never going to get finished. But who knows, he could live to 100. In which case, like, that sounds like he's got quite a lot of time to finish them. Hello, brides. That's a good stream name. I can't tell if he's being sarcastic. What did I do the stream name as? Oh wait, I called it The Binding of Elden, didn't I? You'd never guess what 2 games were being played with a title like that. Oh yeah, you might be wondering why I have a umbilical cord of tears following me. That's what Echodama does. I thought it was damage that triggers it, but I guess not. Notes from January 11th of this year indicate he won't finish the book anytime soon. Isaac in Deep Rock Galactic. Spot on. In opposite world. I know nothing about his books, and they don't interest me, so I have no idea about the quality or consistency of his writing. He's popular. He'll be remembered in the same way as Tolkien is by others. Your Bard Song got delayed until tomorrow. It's not too bad. Yeah, related to the Binding of Isaac, they reopened the Pledge Manager and whatnot for the Four Souls expansion, just to let people who wanted to buy extra stuff add stuff in case, I guess, when they saw the product shots they were like, I must have. It reminded me to check what the hell I included with it when I backed it. I went for the Baby Plum plushie because it's adorable, and one of the t-shirt designs that I quite liked, because I feel like I should have something representing Isaac, considering how many years I've been playing it. And I thought it was a pretty cool shirt. I got one with the first Kickstarter, but it's way too weird. It's like a hyper-realistic Isaac crying in front of a devil, or like the Satan statue. I don't think I ever wore that in public without like something over it. You found all of that in Google? So what you're saying is that might not be true, any of the stuff you found. No, I don't want a new Reinhardt body pillow. That's okay. The Genji butt mousepad is quite sufficient. I was going to say quite sufficient for my needs, but that's exactly not what I mean. Well, I mean, I guess it is, but it would be taken the wrong way. If that's an actual thing that exists, do they play into the whole hammer down thing? Where like on one side it's raised, on the other side it's flopped down, if you know what I mean? No, I shouldn't have used that. I need to find another bomb. Oh, I have the tower card, I guess. It's a bit of a risky one, but it's usable. I don't think. Well, I was going to say I don't think the porn industry is known for its humor, but it absolutely is because of all the porno versions of movies. Oh, that reminds. Yeah, the one adult thing we ever really talked about on stream was that Overwatch porn parody. The trailer for it. I remember watching it and then making fun of it. There wasn't any super lewd stuff in the trailer, to be clear. Damn it. Well, the voice acting is what was so funny about it. I don't remember any specific lines now, I just remember it being very funny. Alright, we need to find the boss. I'm going to leave that coin there because we need some healing afterwards, assuming I live.
Did you see that, Zack?
I did not, but I will in a second, if you just bear with me. Thank you, Rydog, for 59 months with Twitch Prime. The Prime Alert pops Saturday, but have this notification as well. Thank you, I will. I'll put it in my pocket. That's where it stays. Oh, that was a really good bomb, Jesus. Don't know what I'm getting. A range up. No payout. Is this an explosive fly around me? That could have just killed me right there. Remember seeing way too much Overwatch for porn, I see. Randomly on Tumblr. That's what Tumblr was for back in the day until they made the very foolish decision to try and remove all the adult content from their site and then got sold off for a fraction of its value to a new owner that tried to do the same, and as such has been forgotten and discarded. Didn't OnlyFans try and do that as well? Like, they built up a massive user base using porn as their angle, and then we're like, okay, now that we've got a bunch of subscribers and investors, we're now gonna not allow the adult content that made us on the site anymore. It's actually quite a clever business strategy. Absolutely abhorrent to use the adult industry like that, but it is a strategy. Yeah, they changed their mind. Or rather, share prices going down changed their mind, but you know. Did I take the item? I did, it was fruitcake. I look like I should be going to a pride parade. Hang on, there's too many enemies to stop and pose. There. If you ignore the lineup of balls going into my mouth, I'm talking about just how the keeper looks currently. OnlyFans didn't try to do that. They were pressured. What the hell happened to my tear there? They were pressured by Visa and MasterCard. Okay. Pardon me. Keep on getting a tickle in my throat. Bloody allergies. Or what I hope is allergies. That was their excuse. Could totally see Visa and MasterCard not wanting their services used for adult purchases. At the same time, I could equally see them not giving a shit as long as they get their money. But it could also be a case where like one person did an expose on like MasterCard allowing people to buy porn, and then anytime anything like that happens to a business, they panic. Like, oh no, we have to overreact to this revelation where people will hate us. Like the first adpocalypse on YouTube. All that took was one site doing, oh hey, these new videos that upload with terrorist stuff, they're monetized with Coca-Cola ads. What are you going to do about it, Coca-Cola? And Coca-Cola went to YouTube and said, we're going to pull all of our ads because you're putting them on terrorist videos. So that forced YouTube to do something about monetization of new videos. And also made a bunch of people not put their ads on YouTube. And that's what caused the first adpocalypse. What a very linear floor. I have no idea who that is. Is that a government person? Take the money before you go in. It's probably still not enough. That's okay. Brimstone bombs? I mean, why the hell not, I guess. Hollywood celebrity? What would I know them as, or know them in? A Disney child star? Oh wait, I think I heard something about that. Did they, like, they got sacked by Disney because they had an OnlyFans, right? And there wasn't any nudity on it, but it was just kind of like foot stuff or something. There was a thing about that where an actress got fired. Oh, that was a UK thing. She was in Hollyoaks. I remember now. Hollyoaks is a teen soap drama. Or was. I have no idea if it still exists. Hey, I had acid tears for a single shot. It blew up the turret. This room is a little annoying. Yeah, that was definitely a UK thing. I remember it clearer and clearer now. Like I say, I don't think she had like nudes on her OnlyFans or something, but she got sacked for purely having one. So they fire in set directions. Got it. Come on, acid shots. Oh, I got them again. Hit the wrong place though. Come on, acid shots again. Actually, I have 11 bombs. Why am I wasting my time here? That's the way to do it. Oh wait, I have brimstone bombs. Yeah, I forgot. That's too much text to sit and read, but I guess I will. Her activities on OnlyFans sparked controversy after she was offered 200 pay-per-view photos. She claimed were naked, but the photos were actually of her wearing lingerie. So people got mad at her nudes for not being nudes. Okay. Chargebacks, new restrictions on the amount that sex workers on the platform could charge. Okay. I mean, if you claim something is nude and they're not nude, you have lied, to be fair. You could have just said they're lingerie, and that would have been fine. Hello, Cubian. She first claimed it was for a future role as a prostitute? Like, I don't get it. I don't know what that tear effect there was, but it did a shit ton of damage. I need this charge, so we're going to go back. We know where the item room is, so I want to get that because it's kind of close. And we'll just save a little bit of time. And we'll pay a visit to... yeah, well, the shop's probably too... oh, hell no. Not going to the shop. Well, if she got in... I accidentally pressed E there. If she got in trouble with Disney, I imagine she doesn't have a contract with them anymore, so maybe having the OnlyFans is a good thing. But we're talking about some Disney celebrity that has an OnlyFans. I've never heard of them. You dare give me the Steam sale at this juncture? Tried to look it up. What are OnlyFans? It gave me damage. That's. Oh no! It lowered my tear rate by half. Oh shit! This is as fast as I can fire. Thanks, experimental treatment. I definitely deserved half a tear rate, a 50% tear rate debuff for 1 damage on a run where I've had literally 0 damage ups. That's a fair and balanced item right there. I mean, I didn't think we were going to win enemy because, as I may have just made note of, there's no damage ups. But that's kind of confirmed it. Well, maybe brimstone bombs could carry. I don't know. How much did that do? Not too bad. Yeah, that one did really well. This is as fast as I can fire! The bloody portal to Delirium opened. Don't accidentally get pulled into it. Apparently a very big Disney show. It's also been coming out. This is actually kind of. Oh, what happened there? That's weird. It's a little weird, but more and more people are coming out about Disney being very. Not anti-LGBT, but anti-displaying it in their shows so that they can sell them to places that don't like that sort of thing. I feel like they're gonna blame Eternal's failure on them not being able to show it in Russia and China because of the gay kiss in it. And they're going to take the wrong message from that as being that's why the movie failed, rather than the movie just kind of sucking. And not the portal. I damn near went into it without thinking there. Because apparently they've been kind of stealth and like giving notes to people to lower the LGBT content of their like cartoons and programs and such. And they cancelled a very famous one I've never heard of. It was called Owl House, I believe. The creator of that show went off on a bit of a rant on Twitter about Disney and how much they wanted to cut from it. Which is sad. Disney is very, they're pro whatever they need to be to sell something in the area in which it's being sold. Let's put it that way. Nope. Never heard of that show, neither have I. I just know the creator of its Twitter rant. I read a little bit of it. Obviously it's one side of the story, but it's very easy to believe when the other side of it is Disney. But that's sometimes the worst scenario. If it's so believable, that still doesn't mean it's true. Without proof. Maybe the show got cancelled just because nobody liked it, or it had bad ratings, who knows? If we hadn't had that tears down, this would be a... Oh, actually, the bloody boss is on this floor. It's an XL floor. This shitty run is the best chance I've had at this for quite some time. And if we hadn't had the tears down, we'd be okay. Not great. Okay if I have a bunch of bombs, although we only have 4. I need enough to kill 2 bosses with brimstone bombs only. Which means I can't use them to clear rooms, which means we're more likely to get hit.
The lovers.
Disney try and say that Star Wars Clone Wars TV series is an original? I'm afraid I know nothing about the Star Wars extended cartoon universe. Beyond Jon Favreau desperately wanting to make it canon by forcing references into The Mandalorian. And presumably Boba Fett as well. But hey, everybody will forget all this controversy when the Moon Knight series starts in a week or 2. It's only like 5 parts, I think it said, the email about it. I guess they couldn't afford Oscar Isaacs for longer than that. Clone Wars is pretty good. I don't like the animation in any of them, from what I've seen. The hell was that? Give me that shot every room and we're good. Ugh! Spiders from Don't Starve. Well, I've successfully gone round a circle in a dead end, so that's par for the course right there. Two more bombs, that's good. Oh, the game... It's been a while since the game's done that. I really want to use a bomb on this because I feel like it's going to be worth it, so I'm going to trust my instincts. I got the bomb back, so yeah, I'd say so. The weird thing with making like all those cartoons he made or had a part in canon is the required reading for the references. I don't know if it's safe to stand in this, I don't think it is. It was not, it was poisoning me over time. Like how many of those programs do you have to watch to know who... I've forgotten what her name is. The Jedi alien in Mandalorian. I don't remember her name. Asuka, that's the one. That's how you feel about Avengers nowadays? Well, they've used all their popular, well-known characters, so they've got to start bringing in their America Chavezes and what have you. He appears to have wrapped me in an umbilical cord. I would like you to cease and desist, thank you. Well, there's the bosses, but unfortunately it's not straight to the corpse. There's still one before it. I really want to use the strength card on him, but I can't. For my best chance, I can't. I will use that. Oh, it hit! Still. What the hell? This whole thing turned into bone? Son of a... That wasn't my creep, it was his creep. I didn't know. We were this close to at least getting a shot at the corpse. He was dead, that brimstone bomb was going to finish him. Well, pay out the nose, because they have won, and we are done.